I used to live 3 doors down from P. Diddy's mother, Janice Combs. Stick around for a story. Before I get into it, you already know I want you to like and subscribe to my channel. Please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff so I can get credit for the jewels that I drop. But check this out. So I had moved to an area called Cliffside Park, New Jersey. I moved there towards the end of 2011. And the first residence that I stayed in was off of Palisade Avenue, Cliffside Park. It's some apartments called Cliffside Views. And I stayed on the top floor. There's 6 floors in this building. And I stayed in room 614. And Janice Combs, she was either, I can't remember if she was room 608 or 610 or whatever, but we're on the same wing, like just a few, there's like 3 doors in between us. And back then, see, the way that she moved, she was really, really low key. She had a Lincoln Aviator, right? So this would have been like 2012. She had a gold Lincoln Aviator, but it was it was way older than 2012 though. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like new at the time. It was used at the time. I'm not the best with cars, but I'm going to say that it was, I don't know what year the Aviator first came out, but it was definitely probably the first model. I'm going to say if it was 2012, that was probably like maybe a 06, 05, 06 type of Aviator. Which she moved around in the most. And, you know, I would see her just normal, like day to day. She wasn't glammed up. She didn't look nothing like you normally see, you know, when the red carpet is rolled out and things like that. But she had that Aviator. That's what she moved around in, kind of low key on the day to day. And she also had a blue Bentley GT coupe. She had a blue 2-door coupe, Bentley coupe. And she would pull that out, you know, every now and then. And sometimes she would leave, you know, packages would come to the door. And like if you had a FedEx package, they just leave it right there at the door. So like I would have to walk past her unit to get to mine. So every now and then, you know, you might see a FedEx envelope there. You look down to say Sean Combs on it or whatever. Maybe a check, some money or something, you know. I don't know. But like I said, it's 6 floors in the building. Back then, that was 2011 when I moved in, I think November. Rent was $3,600. And her unit was different than all the other units. Hers was true floor to ceiling windows. Ours were like close to floor to ceiling windows, but you know, there was some wall in between the top and the bottom. I don't really know the proper terminology for it. But her unit was like 5,600. So I know or 5,800, something like that. I know that's what Diddy was paying for her rent. And when she moved out, it was an NBA guy. His name was Marshawn Brooks. He moved his mother and his sister, I believe it was his sister, in there after Janice left. Janice ended up moving to Miami maybe like 2 years later. But I'm her neighbor for 2 years. You know, will help her get stuff out the car from time, might give me a case of Ciroc, whatever. But watching this Diddy trial and seeing the type of allowance that he was giving these women, it really has me like, what the fuck is really good? Because, all right, Diddy, he's worth $1 billion, right? And his net worth is $1 billion. Now we know net worth really doesn't mean shit. It's you know, what do you have liquid? If your net worth is $1 billion, you don't have nowhere near $1 billion. Okay, you may be 60, 70 million liquid, and the rest of it is, you know, whatever, in real estate, stock options, many other investments, right? But Diddy, so 50's baby mom, Daphne Joy, she asked him for $20,000 a month. And Diddy, who's a billionaire, said, no, I'm not gonna give you 20. She said, how about 15? He said, nah, I can do 10. She said, cool, I'll take the 10,000. Now keep in mind, this is 50 Cent's baby mother, Mr. Have a Baby by Me, baby, be a millionaire. She's supposed to be a millionaire, right? She had his baby. But she's begging for 10,000 from Diddy to have, a certain type of apartment or whatever. But we know for a fact, because under testimony, it was admitted that Diddy was paying 10,000 a month. But for the 10,000, he was slutting her all the way out. Slutting her out. 4 or 5 dudes running through her every night. It got to the point where she's hitting him like, hey, I'm sorry about the other night. To make it up to you, I'll do an all-star game for you. I'll fuck 3 dudes tonight for you so you can watch. And I'm just sitting here like, I got partners. Paying about 10 a month. And they're not billionaires. These dudes, they getting money, but they're not nowhere near where we at least assume Diddy is. Nowhere close. And they're paying about 10. And they're probably not slutting their women out to the extent. Probably not slutting their women out at all. All right. That's what I mean to say. So most dudes, you're overdoing it. These women got to come on down. If a billionaire is only coming out 10,000 a month, and let me not say only because I know that's a lot of money to a lot of people. But he's paying 10. What you expect, dude around the corner? What you expect him to? If Diddy only pays 10, what do you expect, dude around the corner, to contribute to you every month for your loyalty and sex on demand? Come on now. It's time to come on down. A billionaire is only paying 10. That's supposed to be a drop in the bucket to Diddy. But it had me thinking, because I'm like, she's only paying 10 there. His mom's rent only like $5,600. Like, by and largely, which I love, but Diddy's a cheap motherfucker, man. He's cheap relative to his income. But that's smart. That's how most white people are. They're not spending all their money. They're being smart about the money so they can have some. Don't be so quick to want to blow through and show people you got this and that. Man, that shit don't ever last, man. But yeah, that's a true story. Anybody that knows, they know. Janice Combs was at 305 Palisade Avenue. Cliffside Views. Stayed there for years. A lot of cool dudes in that building, man. NBA guys, New Jersey Nets, Brooklyn Nets now. No need to mention it. I'm not going to mention any names. But if you know, you know. Yeah, I think I'll call it there, man. It's your boy Trey, and I'm out. Buy low, sell high, and fuck the dip.